The Beamer is back in town, and it can be yours for 20 points in Winter of Horizon Creatives. The 2023 BMW M2 has 543 brake horsepower, 405 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 3,750 pounds. The 2023 M2 has a whopping 453 brake horsepower, 504 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs a whopping 3,750 pounds, which is quite heavy, really. Take a look at the front. It is kind of interesting, although some would say probably pig-nosed, more or less. Going to the side, it's actually pretty cool, and to the back, BMW have kind of revamped the entire back of the car. Going to the inside, it does look pretty cool, and unlike the BMW iX, our screens actually display a proper rev meter, and when we go through gears, it also shows up here, because this thing has an almighty 3-litre engine. And now, let's take a listen to it. So here we are now over at the upgrade shop. We'll jump straight over to conversion and go into what we have for engine swaps. We've got a whopping 3, we've got a 4-litre V8, a 5-litre V10, I believe this is the BMW M2 engine, not too sure, and we of course have the racing 3-litre inline-6 turbo. If you want, you can also go ahead and make this thing all-wheel drive, which we will be doing in a little bit, so be sure to stick around for that. Going to aero and appearance, we've just got Forza Aero for the front, and for the back I assume we have another Forza wing, yeah! And we can also take it off entirely. Does anybody actually like the look of the Forza wing? So we're going to go ahead and put this thing onto some semi-slick tyres, and we're going to go ahead and take this thing into the top of A-Class, and we're going to go ahead and make it a bit of an A-Class race build. So here we are now with the upgrades. We've got ourselves down to 3,740 pounds, so not much has changed sadly. We've got this thing up to 468 brake horsepower, and it only costs us 24k. Going over to designs and paints, we have got nothing in advance, which is a little bit sad, and for manufacturer colours we actually have, oh, that's a lot. Okay, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colours for this car, and that deep blue really does look quite nice. And everybody's favourite tomato ketchup red has also made a return. So the BMW M2 is a very interesting one indeed, and also I think I've only ever seen one of these out in the wild, and that was just a few days ago for a video that will be coming up later this week, so keep an eye out for that. But it's certainly a very interesting vehicle. And away we go. We are at the top of A-Class, nearly at 570 brake horsepower against everybody else, with one goal: to bring the pig-nosed BMW M2 out in front. Turn number 1, let's see, how much grip do we have? Actually, quite a fair bit. Wow, I'm genuinely surprised at that. I thought we'd have a lot less. Coming up is the turn where we usually sail past everybody, so let's see how we do. We got past a whopping 2 people. That's a lot less than usual. Brake! We're just going to ignore that turn. It didn't happen, okay? Coming up on first through the twisty section of my probably favourite track to run in this game, and we've just got to try and get past. I think that's an RCF track edition? At least I want to say it is. But now it is in second and we are in first. Now I just have to try and keep this to the line and try not to crash again. Fun fact about the BMW M2, originally it was shipped out limited to 155 miles an hour, but if you got the M Sport Drivers package you could go up to 177. Of course we aim to do a lot more than that, but going around the final turn, here is the finish line and across we go. The pig-nosed gremlin has made it all the way across the line in first place with the time of 2 minutes and 9 seconds. So here we are now back over from that race. It actually did pretty well. I'm kind of surprised. The brakes were absolutely terrible. That bit I wasn't surprised by. But all in all, it actually did okay. And now we're going to go ahead and throw in the 2JZ and of course make this thing all-wheel drive, because we're going for a bit of a drag racing adventure, which means we also need our good old set of drag racing tyres. Where are they? Right there. Perfect. Let's see if we make these any wider. We can at the front. And for the back, we are going to... Oh, we've already made them huge. There are 305s. Okay. Right, moving on. So here we are just inside the top of S2 at 1,270 brake horsepower and 3,178 pounds. So for 98,200 credits, let's go ahead and get drag racing. So here we are now over at the edge of the festival. So firstly, let's get a wheelie check. If we get anything, nope, not really. And next, let's go over to the edge of the drag strip just down here. We'll go ahead and get ourselves set up very quickly. Let's see, on the brakes, please stop. Oh, dear me. Right, and away we go. Let's go ahead and see what we can get through here. We've got over 100 already, Now we're up to 150, and we're going even quicker. Towards the camera, we have got ourselves, what do we got? 206.4, and off the end of the runway, we have got ourselves 228, which is not too bad at all. And now we need to go ahead and go and slap some road tires on this thing and some brand new suspension, because we need to find out this thing's top speed. So here we are now. We'll go ahead and throw back on those semi-slicks from earlier, and we'll go ahead and find ourselves some decent suspension as well. Where is it? There it is. And over to a race we go. Now, for those of you wondering why my titles have 1,300 in it, but it's 1,270, it's rounded up to the nearest 1,000. It's quite a common thing done by pretty much every Forza YouTuber on the planet. So, for this week's Forzathon shop, available until Thursday, we've got the Mercedes-Benz SSK from 1929, the Builder's outfit, we've got the Builder's helmet, the Audi R8 V10 Plus, which I did a video on not too long ago, and the Horizon wheelspin, as well as the Horizon Super wheelspin. Okay, I know this is the ghost of a McLaren Senna that's sort of at the edge of my car, but having the Senna wing on the edge of this would look really cool. And away goes a CB, very nice choice of car. Anyway, let's go ahead and send ourselves down the motorway, so ahead we go. I was going to go on like this head on launch control and whatnot, but brain doesn't know how to word, so let's keep going. Hi CB, bye CB. Alright, any second we should be out of the speed zone, and there we are at 257.43, which is actually pretty good considering this thing is tiny, and it is still going, still getting quicker. We've got our speed camera and downhill left to go. Speaking of our camera, there it is, 266.05 miles an hour, and going downhill, we've got ourselves 268 going downhill, which is not too bad. There wasn't 270, sadly, but oh well, maybe we could get 270 if we tuned it. But next, we've got to go ahead and make this thing a drift build. Also known as me literally not doing anything to this thing and just throwing it in, hoping for the best. Alright, here we are, everybody's favourite drift spot, or at least it is for me. Let's go ahead and throw this thing in here and see what we've got. We are very extremely sideways, which is really cool for this thing, and out we go at 39,860 points for run number 1, and it was practically perfect. Alright, here we go for run number 2. Let's go ahead and see what we do. Can we not hit the wall, please? That'd be very nice. Never mind, we collapsed the wall anyway. Can we at least not hit the bridge? Actually, yeah, cool, we missed that. And out the other side at 39,899 points, which is honestly pretty much the same thing that we got in round number 1 going back the other way. So this thing is pretty good and consistent. However, that is the BMW M2, a pretty cool little car and definitely worth the little bit of time that it takes to get this thing, because honestly you can do a lot with it, and I've only just scratched the surface. If you want to see me do a video of this compared to the previous generation of M2, go ahead and let me know in the comments. It'll be something really interesting to do. In the meantime, that's all from me, so thank you very much for watching. I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. Check out. See ya. And to space!